Me, I came here on Saturday to do microblading. This lady asked her, how much are you doing microblading? And are you sure? She said 10,000 naira. Are you mad? Are you mad? It's 10,000 naira no money. I asked you, Ejo, do you expect me to take this rubbish? I should not stop. You people are coming to do microblading. This is the result of as on Saturday on. You people don't waste your money. Don't waste your money. This lady is a new dance. You are telling me after spoiling my face. You are stupid for telling me that. You are mad.
In 2020, I became a victim of the microblading trend. Back then, they marketed microblading as something that was semi-permanent, because tell me why I have these still on my eyebrows after 6 years. Initially, when you get them done, they look great. But what they don't tell you is that when you do too many strokes together, the ink will eventually spread and they will become one blob. So it literally looks like I have a marker on my face. Plus mine are fading in with some like red undertones. Whatever you do, do not get a touch-up, because I have 4 layers of ink on my face and I fear that it's going to take me an entire year to laser this off. My eyebrows are so dark, it doesn't even match my face. Like, I hate them so much. So if there's any advice I could give to any young female, please do not touch your face until you're at least like 28, because trust me, you're going to learn to grow into yourself, and there are things that you're gonna do that are going to be irreversible. It takes a very long time to feel comfortable in your skin, to love yourself and the unique features that make you you. Please leave a comment if you have lasered off your microblading and let me know your experiences, and if you have 4 layers of ink on your face as well. Long story short, you are beautiful as you are. Do not fuck up your face.
Do not get your eyebrows microbladed, okay? Hear me out. As a girl who did it 2 years ago, there's nothing wrong with them, okay? They're inherently like fine. You can't even really tell. My best friend didn't even know until we went to get our eyebrows done together, but you will be stuck with the same eyebrow shape. I want to have straight eyebrows, and I literally can't now because it's tattooed on. So I now use glycolic acid pads every night to scrub my eyebrows in the hopes that it will fade faster and that I can have skinny straight brows soon. So this is your warning, okay? No, don't just think about if it'll fade badly, but think about, do you want to have those eyebrows for the rest of your life?
I have fake eyebrows and I want my real eyebrows back. I got my eyebrows tattooed probably like 6-ish years ago, and they kind of curve down a little bit. And whenever I do my makeup, I always like to put like concealer on the end here, so then it can give me like a more lifted look like this. And I've been doing this for the last like year or so, and I'm just like so sick and tired of putting concealer on my eyebrows. I just want them tattooed off now. I want them tattooed off. So I'm looking for an eyebrow tattoo removal specialist in Toronto that can help me remove these old tattooed eyebrows and then hopefully get like a new pair of tattooed eyebrows. Something like natural and like not too heavy, and that can last me the next like 10 years or so. So if you guys have any recommendations, please comment down below. I would really appreciate it. Bye. Anyways, this is the finished makeup look for today, but can you see how I like to conceal the ends of my eyebrows, and it's still like very noticeable. Like right there, you can see like the greenish tint underneath my concealer.
So yesterday I saw this TikTok, a makeup TikTok, and this girl was doing her makeup and she had the most natural, beautiful, brushed up eyebrows. And I decided, oh my God, I should get my microbladed tattoos removed. So today I did that, and this is not what I thought they were gonna look like, but this is the definition of a trust the process moment.
Have you ever wondered if microblading is really semi-permanent? Or if it's actually a tattoo you'll regret years later? A few years ago, microblading was everywhere. Beauty influencers called it the ultimate time saver. Wake up with perfect brows, skip the makeup, and never worry about filling them in again. Sounds amazing until the honeymoon phase ends. Here's what many people are saying now, years later. Those crisp, hair-like strokes that looked incredibly natural at first, for some, they've blurred together, changed color, or faded into gray, blue, or even reddish tones. Instead of saving time, they're spending hundreds or even thousands of dollars trying to undo something they were told would simply fade away.
I think people have started to realize that microbladed eyebrows are quite literally just a facial tattoo. Many girls were lied to and said, hey, we can do this treatment, it will only last a couple of years and your eyebrows will look great. But then years later, they are stuck with this that will not go away. To be fair, I think a lot of people were skeptical when microblading was really popular, that a temporary cosmetic tattoo was really temporary. But how many videos have you guys seen of people coming forward now, years later, saying that microblading has ruined their eyebrows? They are left with like this awful blocky red splotchy patch over their eyebrows. Honestly, I think a good rule of thumb is just never tattoo your eyebrows on. One, there's so many eyebrow trends. We cycle through eyebrow trends every year. It goes from thick to thin. We have the fluffy brows, the feather brows. It goes through so fast. If you tattoo that on your face, like, are you really gonna want that for the rest of your life? Two, we have seen with these microblading aftermath videos, you either gotta microblade it for the rest of your life and commit to a facial tattoo basically, or you have to get it lasered off, which I don't know how. I've gotten cosmetic laser hair removal before. I don't know how lasering off a tattoo where your eyebrows are, I don't know how what that's gonna do to your eyebrow hair. Lastly, I just want to say, like, obviously do whatever you want. And I think tattooed brows can be really cool. It can be great if you have no eyebrows, or if you want to have like a really alternative, like baddie look. Tattooed eyebrows can be awesome. But I've just seen so many girls come forward saying they regret microblading so hard because it's behaving more like a tattoo that needs to be touched up super often.
Pay £300 for ombre brows or pay a tenth of that price to have your own natural bushy brows. If someone had told me how good this nano brow was, I probably wouldn't have spent that money on getting my eyebrows ombre. They were so sparse, like the hairs were non-existent. I was sick of actually having nothing to work with. Now the actual hairs are filling the ombre. Now there's like actual full-on thick growing hairs. You don't want your eyebrows to go darker, especially like my blonde girl. Use it for at least a month before you start to see the difference. Absolutely game changing, especially for my girls with the sparse brows.
And here's the twist. Eyebrows are like fashion trends with commitment issues. One year it's bold brows. The next year it's feathered brows. Then suddenly everyone wants softer, natural shapes again. Meanwhile, your tattoo didn't get the memo. What's surprising is that many people didn't regret the procedure immediately. They actually loved it for the first year or two. The regret often showed up much later when their face changed, trends changed, or the pigment aged differently than expected.
I'm not sure if this is gonna help anybody, but the thing I regret, the beauty treatment I regret more than anything in the world, is my microblading, okay? I wish I never got microbladed. I have paid almost $1,000 probably to remove these, as in doing multiple sessions of laser. It's like $200 every time you do it, okay? I've done it so many times and I still have these orange tails and tints. And the reason that I stopped doing it is because when you do it, you can do it like basically every 2 weeks, but when you do it often, your hairs do start to thin out. Like, you start to lose eyebrow hairs, and I don't want to lose eyebrow hairs. So it's been a few months since I've done it, and the only other way to like get all the pigment out, if it's not coming off from laser, is to do saline removal, where essentially they microblade your eyebrows and then put saline in it, salt water, okay? You can imagine how much that burns, and it scabs and you lose like all your eyebrow hair. It's horrible, okay? I had really sparse eyebrows before I got microbladed, something like this. I do actually have light features, obviously, so when I did it, they did it a really nice light brown. It looked pretty natural. It had definition. It was nice. Like, I really loved it for the first 2 years. I loved it, okay? But like most tattoos, they get, this used to be thin, like they get thick over time. They blow out, right? And it did, obviously. And then the definition went away and the color changed and it became more like gray. And it just really didn't match my skin tone, my hair tone. Like, it didn't look good. This is what it looked like right before I got it removed. And you can even see, like, it came out a bit of my actual brow line and it looked extra bad there. And I even think they were a little uneven and I just hated them. And like, I would wake up and feel so severe. Like, I really feel like it was aging me so much. So I ended up getting the removals done, but I'm like so deep in paying for like treatments to get rid of it, and it's still not gone. And yeah, if you want to get microblading, I think a good candidate for it would be somebody that already has dark features and dark eyebrows and just wants to fill in like little sparse pieces, because yeah, like it would fade out nice, you know what I mean? Like if you have like black hair and your eyebrows are black and then you just have like a couple like areas where you have problems, then sure, I'm sure it would like age well on somebody like that. But for me, because my features are light, it just made me look like crazy. I don't even know how to explain it. And no, just do anything else. Do anything else. I put Rogaine in my eyebrows, and that's how I have so much more hair than I used to before I got microblading. I've been putting Rogaine in it for like, I don't know, like a year now. And it actually helped me grow back some of my eyebrows, as well as you can tint your eyebrows, you can laminate your eyebrows, you can do all these different things to, you know, try and have some eyebrows before you microblade them, because tattooing on your face is so, I don't know, it's scary. I mean, I've done lip blush. I don't regret that. I love it. I've done it multiple times and I'm obsessed, but I would never, ever, ever do microblading ever again. And there's a whole Reddit about it, and more often than not, people do not like how it ages. So just letting you know, you might love it, and then a few years down the line, you might absolutely hate it. And
let's talk about microbladed brows and why I wish I never did it. I got them microbladed in 2019, 2020 for the first time, and then I had to get them retouched up a year after that. I originally got them microbladed because I didn't have very good brows and I just didn't want to have to do them every day. So the first time I got them done, I found that I still had to fill in my brows because they were just a little bit too light for what I like. So when I got them touched up a year later, I asked to go darker. I personally wanted to go darker, but without any makeup on, it looks crazy. Like they look super dark without makeup on. I think with it was fine for like the first 5 months, but then the color faded. I think that happens to everybody. The color just fades. So again, I still have to fill in my brows to this day to keep the color that I want. So yeah, I probably wouldn't do it again. It was fine for the first 5 months, but yeah, just not worth it for me.
Day 5. As you can see, it's starting to like sloth off. I'm about to hop in the shower. I'll probably have a little bit more slothing when I wash my face, but let's talk about these eyebrows. I'm gonna laser tattoo remove them and go get some nano brows. They're just getting a little harsh. We've tried to color correct them many times, but my skin just tends to pull gray. I don't know why, it just does. But yeah, they're getting a little too harsh on my face. And since I'm on this healthy skincare journey, might as well get new eyebrows too.
On today's episode of Dumbest Shit I've Ever Done, that is lidocaine on my face. And you know what I did? Yeah. I microbladed my own eyebrows. I also did this on my birthday. So I used the Mokohoa kit from Amazon. And I'm not even going to link it, guys. This is such a bad idea. So it comes with everything that you need. It comes with the ink or the pigment. And don't use tattoo ink for your eyebrows. They're formulated differently. They have different undertones. Tattoo ink on your face tends to look blue or green. Don't do it. The pen is kind of like an X-Acto knife where you have to like untwist it and then stick the blade in and then twist it back. And there's the blades. Here I am struggling, just trying to put it together. And then I take out the brown ink. So, I'm sorry, the dark brown ink. And that's what I use to practice with. I also use that on my eyebrows. And it's not easy. These people on YouTube make it look like so easy. And oh yeah, it just looks so simple. It's not simple at all. Let me tell you. I am very good at DIY and this was not easy. Well, so this is not the final product. This is just like the color mask. And I'm going to be taking it off so you can see. This is probably the worst idea I've ever had, to microblade my own eyebrows. And as you can see, it is very messy because this stuff smears like nobody's business. But that is just the tattoo ink. So here is one eyebrow. And you're supposed to leave like the color mask on for like 10 to 20 minutes. I think I've had it on for like 15. Now I like how that other brow turned out. I'm not so sure about this one. But yeah, now I have to do the aftercare. But this took me like 5 hours to do. And it's painful. And I have, you know, I have like Gebauer solution. I also have lidocaine patches. If you have access to these are prescription only. But if you have access to these, they work much better than like the lidocaine cream. Because they're 5%. The lidocaine cream, I think the highest you can get like over the counter is 4%. And but yeah, this is my results. It's still very red. I don't know if I would ever do this again. And honestly, it looks much better on camera than it does in person. But yeah, don't do this. It is painful. It's not fun. It takes a long time. And you really run the risk of getting an infection and screwing up your eyebrows.
Where are the girls that got microblading and regret it? I know you're out there, because I have come across so many clients whose brows look green or gray now, and everyone's struggling. And I'm so glad that I saved my sister and my mom from the destruction that might have been microblading and had them do micro shading. I feel like it's a more refined process now. And I just find that like people are doing way too many new beauty trends before it's matured. Let that shit go wrong for a little bit and then hop on the train.
Is there a filter that can just fix how my microblading pulls on camera? Like, it looks so gray, and I think that's what bothers me the most. Like, in person, it does not bother me. I don't think it looks that bad. Yeah, it looks fine in person. It's just on camera, and I don't know if I should get it removed. Oh, I've seen such crazy videos about getting it removed. I hate how it pulls on camera, but like, in person it looks good. I don't know. I just feel like microblading is not the vibe anymore, and I know that, but I'm getting married in a year. Do I just bite the bullet and do it now? I mean, I don't know. I hate it. I used to love it. I used to be such a microblading stan, and now, oh God, I don't know. I don't think it looks that bad in person, but on camera it's like gray blocks.
Microblading girlies from 2018, 2019. Help a sister out. So I had it done. This is all my natural, like I have a lot of natural lash. I do them myself. But the problem is I haven't gotten them done in 2 years. And now this is happening. Like, do I get it lasered off? Do I go saline? I do not know what the original dye was, but I'm afraid to do anything over it. Do I just keep it and get it retouched right there? Again, nothing is up here. It's really half and down. If you've done a removal process, let me know. Does it? My biggest concern is that it's going to burn my hair off, and I'm very protective over my hair. So, thoughts on this?
Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Tinyiko KWB, and today I will be doing my honest review of microblading as to why I regret doing it. Number one, the process is very painful. Number two, you can't sleep on using your face after doing it while you are healing. Number three, you need money to do follow-ups in order to maintain it. Currently, I don't look anything like what you see on the video, and you need to tweeze yourself on a regular basis.
To all the girlies that had their eyebrows microbladed around 5-6 years ago, how are you doing? Because I don't know about you, but I feel like I massively regret mine. So I currently have eyebrow tint on right now, and during the process of having your eyebrows microbladed, you get your eyebrows tinted. And the day I got that done, it was the first time I had it done in my whole entire life, and I feel like, why did no one tell me? Why did no one tell me that getting your eyebrows tinted and shaped, of course, was the best decision you could have ever made for your eyebrows? Like, why did we have to microblade them? And I get it for the girlies that have no eyebrows. I mean, I didn't really have any eyebrows. I get it. But why did no one stop me? Why did no one stop me from getting my eyebrows microbladed? Because I did get them microbladed, and I remember they didn't take in these areas here, and so she nano needled them. She nano needled them, not just here, but over my entire eyebrow, which means not only were they microbladed, they were nano needled at the same time. And I feel like I came away with the most blocky eyebrows ever, and I can't undo that. After 6 years, they are faded, but it's still there. It's like a really old, disgusting tattoo, and I feel like I can't do anything else with my brows other than tint them. I don't shape them. I pluck the odd 1 or 2 hairs, but I don't do anything with them because I can't. So yeah, just wanted to check in. How you all doing? Unless you really love yours and it works out great. In that case, I am very envious, but mine turned out horrible. I really wish someone was there to just say, just leave it at the tint. Leave it at the tint. That's what I get for not going to a proper clinic. So moral of the story, get your eyebrows tinted first, and then see what you would do next. Although of course I don't even think microblading is a thing nowadays. Yeah, not the worst mistake.
Of us who did our microblading or microshading in 6 years ago. How are you feeling about it right now? Because myself, I don't know, I don't want it. I want it out of my face because it looks like, okay, now it's looking a bit better based on the fact that I've done a little bit of pencil and some concealer, but still, oh my god, I wake up every morning, I'm like, I don't want to have this thing on my face, and I'm scared of having a botched removal, or rather the ones that turn red or white. So has anyone done a successful removal of these micro shadings at Kitambo? Because they were using ink that, imagine something that was done like 6 years ago and is still there. Is it 6 years ago? I don't know how long, but I think close to 5-6 years, and it's still there, and the color is now no longer like, it's a weird color. It's not black, it's not brown, it's like, I don't know. So has anyone done successful removal? And if you have, please give me reviews. I want to be confident that if I remove, I won't have my eyebrows won't turn white forever, or they won't go away because it's laser. But yeah, generally some trends you end up regretting them. There are things that we're doing now in like 5 years, you won't want to have them anymore.
I got my eyebrows nano bladed and I got them removed the next day. Now, I've been wanting microbladed brows since time, like early days when I was 16, and I finally got them done. But I quickly realized it changed my face and I made a mistake. It has been 24 hours since I got them done, and I'm already just like, nah, I don't like them. I'm someone who doesn't even like to leave on lash extensions for too long. What business did I have getting semi-permanent brows? It just fucked my emergency saline removal for these brows. Yup, and thank God she was there. But when I tell y'all, this procedure hurt. So we finished the first Pass. Oh God, these bitches hurt. Ah, and if I knew it was gonna be this much pain.
Were you gonna keep them?
No! Session is over. The brows are still there, but it's definitely lifted some. But like the deeper strokes will take time and they'll scab and then they'll be over with. Appreciate you.
You should have recorded you crying.
Oh! My phone would have been shaking like this. Recovery starts now.
It sounded like a ghost.
Oh my God. I'll be showing the results in the next part, but learn a lesson from me.
My biggest beauty treatment regret ever was getting my eyebrows microbladed. Like, I wish so badly that I didn't get them done because the process that I'm in right now is just so frustrating. I will say this, when I first got them done, they looked really good. I loved the shape and I made like a video. I was obsessed with them. However, I should have known better because they do require a little bit of maintenance. Like, you have to get touch-ups and whatnot, and like that's just, I'm not good with that type of stuff. Like anything that has like maintenance and touch-ups and stuff, I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. So I should have just known better than to get them, because when they started to fade, mine started to oxidize the color and it became like a grayish red, and I just hated it. I absolutely hated it. I couldn't stand it. And instead of getting them touched up, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get them removed. I'm gonna do a laser treatment to get them removed. I did this not realizing that they were gonna turn red, and you have to wait like 8 to 10 weeks in between sessions. And so it's just like a long process, and I'm like, I feel so self-conscious about them. I like try and cover them up. I'm just over it, but it's like, it's one of those things I feel like I have to trust the process. But I was like freaking out a little bit and spiraling today. I'm like, what if my eyebrows just look like this forever? So if anyone's gone through this process, like please send me your recommendations. If you're thinking about getting your eyebrows microbladed, I wish I didn't get them, but if you really want to get them done, do your research, know the difference between cosmetic ink and tattoo ink, and just like know what you're doing to your face, because I didn't. But yeah, and I just know it's gonna be like an expensive process to do the lasers to get them removed. It just like wasn't worth it to me. I really didn't need them that badly. Like my eyebrows were fine before.
It's 2026. I know I'm not the only one that hates my microbladed eyebrows right now. Look at that. Gray. Oh God. What did I do?
What do you think of when you hear the words eyebrow tattoo? Is it this? Or this?
Let me just show you. Fucking God. So, this one.
Well, things have changed, mama. Just like any other industry, there are bad techniques, there are good techniques, and there's bad artists, and there's good artists. Over the last 20 years, cosmetic tattooing has completely flipped around. We are not tattooing blocky gray eyebrows on people anymore. We're giving people beautiful natural results that they love for years. Thin hair strokes in your eyebrows that last for years and years. We can do that. Beautifully tinted lipstick that lasts for years. We can do that. Eyeliner that doesn't turn blue or blocky over the years. We can do that. So as soon as you realize that cosmetic tattooing doesn't have to be scary if you go to someone who is extremely educated and experienced, come see us at Dela, where you can get a full face of natural looking makeup that you will love for years and years to come.
My microblading is almost completely gone. I got microblading in 2020. Biggest mistake of my life. The microblading industry advertised as semi-permanent, okay? That it's gonna fade in 1 to 2 years. Mine did not fade. They were so dark, they didn't follow my natural shape. And then after like a year, they just turned bright red. I honestly hated the way I looked for years because I couldn't change my eyebrows, and I was forced to overpluck because they did not follow my natural shape. I've had 8 sessions of a microblading laser removal. It hurts like a bitch, and it's super expensive. They're looking pretty crazy right now because I've been growing them out for like 2 months. Don't know if I'll get my natural eyebrows back just because I've been over plucking them for like 15 years. This is really sparse over here. I'm using the Ordinary Lash and Brow Serum, and I do think it's speeding up the growth. I really love Hoyeon Jung's eyebrows. They look like she just lets them grow, and I think they look really youthful and soft on her face. My eyebrow shape is pretty similar to hers. I feel like a lot of East Asians have like a more triangular eyebrow shape, which people kind of hate on, but I think that everyone looks good with their natural features. No one looks bad with their natural eyebrows, natural hair color, natural skin tone. But yeah, I just want my natural eyebrows back, and I'll fill in the sparse areas. That's what my eyebrows look like right now. I just conceal
the last bit of microblading that I have left, and then I fill in the sparse areas, and I kind of just follow my natural shape. They're pretty messy, but I think from afar they look fine. I highly recommend you think twice about microblading. I was stuck with, this is why you do not get microblading 6 days before your wedding. Oh my god.
It's a tattoo, so I don't think any of that's gonna come off.
She said she put like brow pomade on it, but she didn't. It's just like, I mean, it's beautiful work. It's just like, it's so much more than I wanted.
None of it is good.
For those of you who got microblading, this is my situation right now. You can see that my brow is basically one tiny little area, but if I were to open it up and brush it, it kind of fills in that space of gray. So this is why I do brow laminations at home. I'm going to show you what I do. I know products like this can be kind of scary, but I've been using this for years, and mind you, I only use it a few times a year to calm down my brows, especially if I have like a special event coming up. So we're going to take step one. I have this thing, it is so overly used, a micro brow brush, and it helps spread the product a little easier. So I'm going to take it and brush it through my brows. Make sure you brush up and down on them so you can make sure you hit all sides of your eyebrows. And you can already see what it does covering the gray. It typically lasts about 4 to 6 weeks. Make sure you follow the directions according to what they say about how thin or thick your eyebrows are. But for me, I do 7 minutes. Okay guys, it's been 7 minutes and I'm gonna take some wet gauze and I'm gonna wipe it all off. We're gonna start with step 2, which is neutralizing. Once again, make sure you get the backs and the front. Once they're all covered, you're gonna wait 7 more minutes. Okay, it's the end of my 7 minutes, so I'm gonna wipe off the product. Then I'm going to use a regular brow brush to brush them. The cool thing about this is how the brow hairs will stay for about a month. So now all I have to fill in is this, these 2 corners, and then a little bit in between. I'm gonna go fill in my brows and I'll show you the final product. Okay, I'm done. So don't forget, brows are sisters, not twins, so they're not always gonna be perfect, but it covers up this bad decision that I made 5 years ago.
Who else is a victim of microblading? Look at these brows. I feel like right here, I don't know if you can tell on camera, blue-gray. It looks so bad. Why did I do this? I had these done, I feel like, about 10 years ago, and look how prominent it is. It was supposed to be temporary, and it looks so bad. I mean, I can get it removed. And this one as well, you can see it. Yeah. I kind of regret it. I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but I just hate these long ass prominent wings.
Coming on TikTok because you guys, I need your help. I need a community rally because I got my eyebrows microbladed when I was like 16 years old, and I recently got a procedure to remove them. It's like laser pigment removal. Well, all of my eyebrow except for this much of my eyebrow on each side, the hair completely fried off. It like burned my skin, and then once everything started sloughing off, like I was not peeling anything. I'm an esthetician, I know not to peel. I didn't peel anything, I let it slough off naturally. I kept that shit hydrated, I put barrier on, like literally did everything by the book, and still it like ruined my skin and it ruined my eyebrows, and I'm literally like, I'm having war flashbacks, it feels like. The reason why I got microblading is because my eyebrow hair was super sparse and thin, and now I literally have no eyebrows except for this much, and I have to fill them in every single day. When I had beautiful full brows, I just had pigment underneath and I wanted to be able to change the shape, and I'm literally like, I can't handle it anymore. Is there anything that can be done for my eyebrows? Like, I'm literally, how many times can I say literally? That's how, like, it is affecting me, and my job is my face. I literally model for a living, and when I get my makeup done by other people and I'm having to explain to them, like, I'm so sorry, but you have to craft like 2 complete eyebrows. It sucks. It sucks. I did not think that this was going to happen. Honestly, I have not heard of this happening to someone, and so
I'm just feeling really down about it, and I would love help if there's any other procedure that I have to figure out how to do, especially before I get pregnant. Like, please let me know. I am not doing well mentally when it comes to my eyebrows. Thank you.
Do you remember a few years ago when people were getting their eyebrows tattooed, but it was before the brush strokes, and it was like a gradient tattoo? I was one of those people that did it, and part of me regrets it. I had like no eyebrows before. I had to dry them on, otherwise you wouldn't see them. But you can see now, like, it is very clear where the tattoo is and where my hair is. And I don't love that. It really highlights how crooked my eyebrows are, because if you look at this one, not as much ink underneath where the hairline is. And this one, there's a lot of ink underneath where the hair is. So, okay, cool. Yeah, my face is crooked. She evened it out, but I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like I took eyeshadow and just like rubbed it on. All of this to say, are there other people out there who had gotten the powder or ombre brows done and then had them removed? After you got them removed, did you then get them tattooed again, but did the brush line hairline strokes? Looked up tattoo removal or eyebrow tattoo removal in my area, and I think it'd be like $100 to $200. It would depend on how many sessions I would need to do, but that's reasonable, I feel like. But then do I go back to having to draw on my eyebrows whenever I want eyebrows? Or do I somehow save up for the $900 it would cost to have the hairline brush tattoo thing done? Anyone who's gone through this, feedback is appreciated.
She was told the only way to fix her brows was with laser removal. She had an old brow tattoo and microblading layered on top. The color was off, the shape wasn't right, and she was frustrated. But she wasn't ready for removal. Using my Isa signature brow powder technique, I corrected the color, redefined the shape, and gave her brows she could finally feel confident about again. Comment correction if you're wondering what your options are if you have old brow tattooed.
Anybody who ever got their eyebrows microbladed actually liked the results a few years later? Or do we all collectively fucking hate ourselves for making the worst decision of our lives? Because I have to every single month go and get my eyebrows laminated to cover up the green, grey, blue shit show that is left on my face that I've had a saline solution removal situation to try and get rid of, which my brows were like bright red for 6 weeks and I had no idea that the healing was going to take that long, just to take a tiny bit of the pigment out. Biggest mistake ever. If you don't heed my advice and you still want to go ahead and book it, go down the artist page and maybe 2 or 3 years, click the people tagged in those photos that they put that look beautiful straight on the chair after they've been freshly done, and DM them and ask them if they like their brows a few years later or if they fucking hate them, because I don't know a single person who got them done.
This one's for the girlies who've gotten their eyebrows microbladed or have done powder brows to their brows. Do you guys regret it? Because I got mine, backstory, I put it up here. I got mine first microbladed in 2016 when it first became a trend. It was cute or whatever for the time being, but then I no longer was happy with the shape. I wanted it to be more lifted, and so in 2020 I got an eyebrow lift where they put needles into your eyebrow to lift it. And I'm not gonna lie, I really liked how it looked because it kind of gave your eyes that snatch look, the same look when you have your hair in a super tight ponytail. I love that look. But that only lasted for 2 weeks. It was actually a waste of my money. Warning for anyone who ever is considering an eyebrow lift, is a waste of your money. In 2021, I was convinced by this other artist that she could change the shape of my eyebrow to the shape that I wanted, and then I got powder brows, and then I kind of regretted it 2 weeks after. And so I scheduled an appointment tomorrow to finally get these removed, but now I'm kind of regretting it because I do still like the shape of it, but I also just want the ability to bleach them if I ever want to. That's my main thing. And also I kind of want them to be a little thinner. I don't know. My appointment's tomorrow, so if anyone's interested, I'll update y'all on the process of it. So my brows now. Honestly, it looks better now because of the lighting. In regular lighting, it looks darker, and I feel like dark brows don't look as good with bleached hair. I think my eyebrows would look so much better if they were lighter and to match this hair color. Will I regret tomorrow's appointment? I hope not. Stay tuned.
I got my eyebrows microbladed 6 years ago, and this is what they look like. They have truly barely faded. I will say some of the strokes aren't quite as crisp as they used to be, but they have stayed on so well. The only problem is I think they're a little too thick and a little too dark for my more natural makeup look. When I got this done, I was working for a beauty brand, so I was doing so many full faces of makeup, and so the thicker, darker brows really worked at that period of time, but now I feel like they take over my face. And I'm trying to see if it's worth attempting to fade it myself over time. So if anyone has recommendations on how they've handled microblading that they are looking to fade a little bit, please let a girl know. Any tips and recommendations are welcomed. And also, if you think I have brow blindness, tell that to 2019 me. That was a different person, okay?
She got her brows microbladed in the back of a nail salon. Said she did no research, jumped the gun, and what the biggest regret of her life. I did tell her that she has to have realistic expectations. The previous work was asymmetrical, so the main goal was to even out her brows as best as I can and to give her a better shape for her face.
It looks really good. Yeah, it's really pretty.
Since she approved of the shape, I went ahead and matched over completely to the other side, cleaning off any hair that is not directly in the frame, making it super sharp and clean so that way she can check it. Then I double checked again and put her against the white wall. I am way pickier than my clients, and it's my OCD. And then for the third time, I went in and checked with my caliper. But then I was content and I was ready to work on her. And this is her pre-draw. I outlined her first. She asked me for a soft gradient outline. I didn't want any harsh line. I cleaned off the drawing, then began my passes for color correction. 2 passes of color correction so that way I can neutralize this old gray color back to brown. Finally, I was able to start on my pass, and this is after 1 pass of the new brown compared to the side that didn't have it. And this is exactly how my entire appointment went with her. What we talked about is very undisclosed and top secret. I cannot repeat it.
Wow, they're so beautiful. They're perfect, yes.
Do you want to?
Oh, yes, I'm a new person.
And if you're a brow artist, you know how difficult it is to blend that front out. But we got it, and look at this beauty. Watch.
You're wondering why I did microblading on my eyebrows and then why I removed it? I have no makeup on and no filter on whatsoever. This is my dry skin. I want you to see it as it is in the sunlight. The reason I did microblading was because I had a couple of missing hair spots in my eyebrows and I wanted to fill it in. I didn't want to do it every morning with pencil and shadow, so I did it for the comfort of it. And sure enough, what happened was that the color turned different and it turned gray, and that's what I didn't like, and that's why I removed it. As you notice, my eyebrows are pretty thick here, which I love. I'm blessed with that. And the rest of it was the grayness that was added to it. They kept making it, filling it in, and then it kept getting darker and darker. And that's what I didn't care for. I wanted my natural eyebrow color, which is the brown, which I love. And that's eventually what it's going to be. The procedure is done very quickly, within a few minutes, and then they give these hydrating gel in a little container. You bring it home, use it every 2 to 3 hours. The day after, you use Aquaphor. Use it until the scabs and flakiness is gone. Mine was after, I think, the second day. And I heal pretty well and fast. My pain tolerance is high. You have to keep it under consideration and think about it. The pain is not that bad compared to a lot of pain procedures we go through for beauty. For me, it was just fine. They put the nano on, take care of it. And the first month is going to turn red. Mine was, this is not even a week. It was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today's Sunday, and it's not a week. And a lot of redness is gone. No scab, flakiness. And I want to, I put a little bit of brown, like the rest of the color. It just fills it in nicely. Much of the redness is gone too. So the first month is going to turn red. The next month after laser is going to turn brown. And the month after is going to be gray, which is probably the uncomfortable one for me. I don't care for that. I wanted to get rid of in the first place, but that's going to be gone. It's going to be my natural eyebrows. Eventually, if I want, I can add a little here and with the blading, but not as much. The thing is that once you start doing it, then you keep doing it, then it gets to the point the color changes. It's like when you put filler in on your face, it keeps moving and migrating, and it changes the whole thing. So with this same thing, the color is beautiful at the beginning, then it eventually changes. And mind you, this my recent person actually did that. Was the one prior to that didn't do it right, and then had to fix it, and then eventually said remove it all and get your own natural color on. If you want a little bit, I'll do it. So this is basically my eyebrow, which I am pretty happy with it. Less than a week and how it looks. questions, let me know, because I know we go through these procedures knowing and not being aware, and it could be a shock. For me, it was clear because from the beginning of the process, I knew exactly what I was going through. So that's it.
I'm getting my microblade removed today. This is the before. I got my eyebrows done like 5 years ago. I don't know how many sessions I'm gonna need, and I'm a little nervous. These are my brows immediately after. The pain was an 8 out of 10.
Oh my gosh, she's bald.
I think I might need one more session, but she did say that it's gonna keep breaking down a little bit, so I'm excited to see how it looks in a couple hours and then in a couple days. This is day 2. They're a lot lighter. I don't have any makeup on or anything, but I did put Aquaphor because they were a little bit itchy, but not bad. Don't microblade your eyebrows unless you want to ruin your face. I did mine in 2017. At the end of this video, I will show photos. That way you can see what they looked like. It's horrible. And also right now you can see they are gray. The shape isn't good. I'm about to get them waxed right now because all I can do is try to fix the shape as much as possible. I just got my eyebrows waxed. This is what they look like 10 years after microblading. This is what my eyebrows look like pre-microblading. Very, very thin. So I try to grow them out. And here's a photo of what they look like while they're growing out. I couldn't find any other photos, but basically shape was really bad. It took a long time for the hair to grow. I got impatient and I did microblading. This is what they look like right after microblading. Very, very dark, horrible shape. Careful before you do anything like a permanent tattoo. When I got mine in 2017, they told me that it would last for a year. Here I am 10 years later, still with color.
Hey guys, Texas Elros. I'm here at Devon Aesthetics right here in Central Austin. And guys, today this video is about education. I see so many people posting in different groups or they post online that they have a client that wants a touch-up for their brows or they're ready for their touch-up or the client themselves is asking, hey, I need to find an artist to touch up my brows. Guys, we've got to talk about this. There needs to be a lot more education, and this comes from the artist to the client. We need to talk more about what can and cannot be done because guys, I can promise you, I'm going to show you some photos of some of my past patients and clients that have walked in this door and said, hey, I need a touch up or I want you to fix my brows. And it has not been a color correction situation. It has not been a scar camo color situation. We're not putting skin color over blue or gray brows. We're not doing any of that mess, guys. Lots of the times we need to remove what is in the skin, get rid of it, and then start fresh. It's an ugly truth that the industry doesn't want to talk about. People don't want to tell you, oh, your brows are blue now because I did something wrong. The artists don't want to tell you as a client, I picked the wrong color for you. Guys, the color shifting over time was always going to happen regardless because it was improper ink used or improper technique for you specifically as a client. So if you're an artist that doesn't understand color theory or understand what it is that you're using, meaning if you don't know what a CI number is on your inks, you need to go back to the basics and learn. So we're going to look at this lady real fast and I'm going to tell you why I didn't actually do her touch-up. She came to me from another artist. So guys, we're going to scroll over here. This lady here had her brows done. And guys, look at this. They are almost black in some areas. There's really bad pixelation. The shape, in my opinion, was not something that I thought was very aesthetically pleasing for her. And it looked like there were some hair strokes that were probably done at the top up here. Guys, these were blue, black, gray color brows. And you can see she has blonde hair. I was like, no, ma'am, I'm sorry. This is not a fix-it situation. She had also heard that there was possibility I could use orange pigment to warm them up. Guys, if you see people using warm pigments to go over a blue-gray brow, it's not going to work. I can promise you, I can assure you, it will look good for a few months, but it is a band-aid and you're going to make it harder for the artist to actually try to remove this or the laser technician to remove this because now it's got layers of multiple colors. So again, let's look at some more brows. This was old microblading that a person came to me that they wanted me to fix. And guys, again, I said no. I said it was going to be laser situation. Guys, these were very deep. You could see how the hair strokes looked almost like train tracks. This was really bad work, and I did not in good faith want to go over someone else's bad work and hope for the best. I don't do that. I say yes or no if you're going to be one of my clients, because I want to make sure that I can assure your outcome is going to be worth your time and your money. And my time. Let's be real, guys. My time is as valuable as yours is, and I don't want to waste my time, and I don't want to waste your time and your money. If I can't go over someone else's work, I'm not going to do it. I'd rather laser it off and then start fresh. So again, this is bluish gray brows, bad shape. The placement was off, not working for me. So again, this was someone that I was recommending laser. They decided not to, so we didn't do anything. Here's some more. I get this a lot. This client came in that had multiple sessions over many, many years. And guys, they were so dark and saturated. There was literally no room in her skin for any more ink. This was not going to be I'm going to go over it with an orange pigmented modifier. All of you say this. I see this all the time in all the groups. Put an orange modifier on it. It'll warm it up. It'll turn it brown again. It does not stay brown. I can guarantee you, after all my years of doing removals, I can assure you I've seen this type of person walk in that's had orange put in and it doesn't work. Okay, let's see some more. This is some more brows. Again, blue gray. These were colors that were, again, not meant to go into this type of skin type. Again, the person that did these brows used a much too cool of a color for this client, and they turned, again, this ashy, mucky color. Again, also shape, way off, way too big, way too boxy. Not my style. So again, I opted for removal, did not take this client. Same thing for this lovely lady. She wanted me to fix her eyeliner and her brows. And I was like, these are violet. These are purple. She is a redhead. Didn't happen. So again, I wound up leaving her eyeliner alone because she didn't want to do the eyeliner removal tattoo, but we actually did do tattoo removal for her brows because she hated the purple that they turned. Again, this was not something that accidentally happened, guys. This was something that happened because the artist chose the wrong color. So again, artists have to know what they're putting in the skin. And if they don't, they end up with messes like this. And guys, this is not just a quick fix. It is a tattoo. I don't care what anyone says. We were all misled by calling this semi-permanent back in the day. There is no such thing as a semi-permanent tattoo, guys. I know microblading clients that were told it will fade in 6 months, and it's been years and their brows are still there. So guys, again, I just want to tell you, again, we are here to help you. We're here to make things better. We're not here to make things worse. And by going over this type of brow here with just warm colors, we're not doing anybody a good service. We're actually doing a disservice. So if you have any questions about this or have any comments, please leave them down below. I'm here to help. I'm always here to give information. And guys, I'm here to tell you the truth because again, it's an ugly secret that the industry doesn't want to talk about. But guys, sometimes we need to do removals before we can actually go ahead and give you that touch up or top up or whatever you want to call it. Because again, it's not as easy as just throwing a color over the top. So there you go, guys. This is, of course, what I've been doing and dealing with for many, many years. So again, it's my experience. Again, if you have other experiences, if things have worked out better for you, that's cool. But I see this all the time. And this is what I recommend to artists and also clients. Have a good day, guys. Bye.
If you're thinking about getting brow tattoos or any kind of permanent makeup done on your face, I want you to watch this video first. I was a licensed tattoo artist for powder brows. I can tell you right now that there are a lot of things you need to consider before you do it. I'm going to tell you right after I go into my appointment to get my old powder brows removed.
We're back, and I would have taken you guys with me, but I am just not the kind of person that will ask like somebody doing treatments on me, like, do you mind if I record?
Despite having done this for many years, I just don't have the courage built up for that yet. Anyways, so let me tell you why you should not get them done. If none of this applies to you, then I would say you're a great candidate for it. But if any of this applies to you, do not do it. First of all, these tattoos do not last forever. They might last a super long time, and they may partially last forever, but you're going to end up at some point in time with a discolored, faded out brow that looks really, really bad, as you saw in the beginning of my video. Mind you, my brows in the beginning of my video was after 2 sessions of removal. So they looked worse than that. They were big, blocky, and super dark and gray. And mind you, they were beautiful when I first got them done. Beautiful. I'll put a picture in. The girl who did my eyebrow, she snapped. The problem is, Over time, your face changes, trends change. What you liked 2 years ago, you might not like 2 years from now. And that is especially true for brows. Like, as you guys have noticed, if you are on the internet at all, brow trends change so much all the time. When I wanted to partake in the wispy, like, laminated brow look, I couldn't do that because I had this big block tattoo on my eyebrows. As I have aged personally, I have noticed that my brow being darker and more arched gives me a very, like, mean look. I have RBF constantly, but it's at a very, very bad, like, level, to the point where I feel like it can be off-putting. Like, when I'm just sitting down chilling, like, people are always like, are you mad? And I'm like, I swear I'm not. My eyebrows are just so mean. Also, if at any point in time you just decide it's not for you, removal is super, super painful. You can do 2 types of removal. You can do pico laser, which is what I just did. It hurts. I'm a person with a high pain threshold, so I was able to tolerate it, but it does hurt. Like, if you get laser hair removal anywhere, that hurts, but this hurts worse. It's your face. The other option is saline removal. When I tell you that hurts like this ×5, but let me tell you why. When I explain to you what they're doing to you, you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna rethink that tattoo. So basically they re-tattoo the area, but instead of depositing pigment, they're depositing saline. And in order for that to work, the saline goes under the ink and it's trying to come out as a part of the healing process. And so as it comes out, the idea is that it pushes out the ink with it. And then when you scab, the scab basically is the ink, and the scab falls off and the ink falls off, essentially. The problem is, I believe the tattoo rests in the 2nd level. In order for that to work, I gotta go 1 or 2 levels. I'm pretty sure it's 2 levels. Don't quote me on it. Below that. And I probably would have had to go like 5 more times, I would say, to get this result where it is totally gone. It's a different story for another day. We could talk about, if you're in the same boat that I was in and you want to get them removed, I could give you all the details on removals and options and prices and all that stuff. But I'm telling you the cliff notes for now to help you understand that if you make this decision and you regret it, you're going to regret it even worse when it comes time to try to do something.
Now, to be fair, not every microblading story ends badly. Plenty of people still love their results, especially when the work is done by highly skilled artists using modern techniques. But one message keeps coming up over and over. Permanent beauty decisions deserve long-term thinking, not just trending on TikTok thinking. Sometimes the cheapest beauty habit is simply filling in your brows with a pencil for 2 minutes. It washes off at night, and it doesn't send you on a year-long laser removal journey. So before booking any cosmetic tattoo, ask yourself one question. Will I still want this exact eyebrow shape 5 or even 10 years from now? Because beauty trends change, but your skin tends to remember everything.